So who's behind the Wakanda project? It's a company called 4D Inc. They're based out of San Jose, California and Paris, France. They have over 25 years in the database business, a lot of experience there, and they've applied a lot of the rules and experience they've had and successes they've had in Wakanda, and development started on that product in around 2008. So what is Wakanda? It's an open source modular stack. We have a data source, an HTTP server, a data transport layer, and a client framework. It uses JavaScript everywhere, so it's server-side JavaScript, and then on the front end it's web standards, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We have a free studio available. Of course, you're welcome to bring your own tools if you prefer Sublime Text, TextMate, Eclipse, you name it. We're dealing with standard files here, so you can use what you like. And the best thing about Wakanda is it's getting better every day. We're very active in development, implementing new features constantly, and we're on a 6-month release cycle. So we've got nightly builds that we're producing, and we want to keep this as transparent as possible and really embrace that open source environment. So you can see the diagram of the stack here. Really, it's based around Wakanda server. We have a NoSQL relational data store that in between the server and the data store we've created a virtualization layer which allows us some unique flexibility. Of course, our data store is very performant and highly recommended. However, if you have a legacy system, perhaps in MySQL or another database, we are actually developing connectors through this virtualization layer that you can actually work with tables from a relational database as if they're a Wakanda data store class. So it's kind of a new twist on things, really handy and great to work with. Between the server and the framework, the client framework, we have a data provider API, and this takes care of serializing data and data transport between the server and the framework. So what are the benefits of a model-driven architecture? You have consistent permissions, security, and business rules. They're built right into your model, so regardless of the client, your business rules will always take effect. It keeps your code nicely modular. It keeps server-side code on the server, and you can code against model events for predictability. So what are the natural use cases? I feel these are some of the best places for the full stack. Like I said, it is a modular stack, so you can utilize just the server portion, for instance, and have any front end taking and retrieving and putting data. But for the full stack, I think business and data intensive web applications are a real natural for it. Internal applications in an IT department or back-end systems is another place where it would shine. Projects with small teams or limited resources. I'm going to show you some very rapid application development which lends itself to someone with limited resources or people. And Studio can also enhance a developer's capabilities. So perhaps you have a business user who is somewhat technical. Studio would be a great place to help enhance their abilities and maybe let them bring some more value to the table as far as adding to your team. All of these are benefits to business apps. So to me, business apps are an opportunity. It's an area that's very short on service, and that can be your advantage. It's worth the effort. Rather than turning away business and opportunities in this space, people are willing to pay for solutions to business problems. Sometimes when you're dealing with, if you're a web developer, marketing can sometimes take a back seat. A business problem never takes a back seat. They always want solutions for it, and they're going to be willing to pay for it because it's going to save them money year after year after year. The competition is sparse, so you have less competition, less questions about your price versus theirs, your services versus theirs. And the other thing is clients are less sensitive to aesthetics. They're more sensitive to functionality. They're concerned with how their data works. Is their data safe, and is it going to solve the problem? And if you enjoy business, if you really enjoy learning about businesses from the inside out, it's a lot of fun. So where do you get it? Wakanda.org is the project website. You'll find everything there.